Hello student, today in this class we will discuss about the first chapter of ecology, that is organism and population. But before we come to the main topic, first let us try to know what is ecology. Okay, so ecology actually is the branch of biology which will deal with the study of relationship or interaction between organism with another organism, or the interaction or relation between organism with their physical surrounding or abiotic component. This is ecology. That means ecology haiba taragadi akoina study todise karina kan hai interaction dune study todise kanagi interaction har kanda organism amaga organism kanaga non living component duga my surrounding non living component duga interact over the other study to branch of science, so we can call it what ecology. Simplest example I can just come to classroom. In classroom kadawi there is interaction between teacher and student. There is interaction between teacher and board. Board is non-living component, and there is also interaction between student and bench and desk. Okay, adi tadi sigi interaction the state of the subject to branch of biology to we can call it what ecology. And the term ecology was first coined by Haeckel, and this ecology can be studied at 4 levels. That is at the level of organism, at the level of population, at the level of communities, and at the level of biomes. Organism hargana every individual only level that we can study ecology. Okay, that means ecology can be studied at the level of organism. Aruga ecology say say to be at the level of population. That means group of organism level of plus ecology can be studied at the level of communities had different population and last one is ecology can be studied at the level of biome. That means a particular habitat level that you can study ecology. For example, forest, desert, like this. Okay, so this is something about ecology. Next come to environment. We know that sun causes annual variation in the intensity and duration of temperature, and this will result in different season. This different season along with the annual variation in precipitation are responsible for the formation of different habitats or different biomes. Okay, and on our earth this life can exist in different types of biomes or different types of habitat. It may be what desert, it may be forest, it may be deep ocean, it may be high mountain. Even our intestine is also a habitat for a number of microbes. So the point is that this variation in different habitat is due to 2 factors. One is biotic and one is abiotic. Habadi nasagi akwai kadaba hagi nungsa manganse si phambagi variation sine are mai temperature khenab sina hogi seasonal variation la hale. Sigi seasonal variation siga nong suba snow taba sigi sang khenab se sina pulla kanda tongan habitat form tore aduna akwai life se pithribi thai akwai life se krai kai exist over ya kanda desert to oigera, forest oigera, ocean to oigera, high mountain oigera, akwai intense science ko different kind of habitat form to ngami habne adu tardi sigi habitat ta khenab mem lagi se factor ani na thormaneba, and that 2 factor is biotic and abiotic. Okay, so in this chapter we will study about biotic and abiotic factor one by one. This is going to be our topic. Next come to measure abiotic factor. Temperature, water, light, and soil. These are the measured abiotic factor, and we will discuss it one by one. So first come to temperature. So temperature, the average temperature on land will vary seasonally, and we also know that the temperature will range from sub-zero in polar region to more than 50 degrees Celsius in desert. And based on this temperature, the organism can be divided into 2 types. One is called euthermal and another one is called stenothermal. And this is a point that you are going to study. Now come to euthermal. So when we say euthermal, these are the organisms which can survive in wide range of temperature, and it may be represented by warm-blooded animals. Habadi euthermal organism habatadi kadone kana moise wide range of temperature the himang ngamgani habadi kana kandadi temperature do high oigera, temperature do low oigera, any kind of temperature the moise survive to ngamgadai ne. Kena kan moidi temperature to hang maintain to ngamgadai ne. And another group is what? Stenothermal. In stenothermal, the organism can survive in a narrow range of temperature, and it can be represented by cold-blooded animals. So in case of stenothermal kadani organism singse optimum range of temperature gi manung da hingadeba. temperature hena sagragadi hena ingragadi moise survive to bonga maktaba ya. So based on temperature, organism can be divided into two groups, eurythermal and stenothermal. Next come to water. Water, it is also one of the major abiotic factors just next to temperature. And we also know that this water is essential for every living organism to perform all the biological activities. And in plants also, we know that the product, their distribution also depends on the availability of water. And these plants and even animals, they also show modification according to availability of water. And for aquatic organism, this quality of water, that is the salt concentration in water, is very much important. And based on this, the organism can be divided into two groups. On aquatic organism gidi ising the magi salt concentration important web adu matuna organism ani lakaneba. One is called euryhaline and one is called stenohaline. Now first come to euryhaline. So here the organism can survive in wide range of salinity. Okay, that is organism do nasagi salinity hate point mission bedo high igera low igera so organism to survive to bongamane. And if the organism can survive only in narrow range of salinity, then the organism is called stenohaline. Ruitadi stenohaline high targadi nasahib organism se kadokina magi optimum range of salinity da ma survive to ngantaba. Salinity do to me sembedo yam high or yam low the organism may not be able to survive. Auna nasagi water gi salt concentration se depend orkanda the aquatic animal can be divided into two groups, euryhaline and stenohaline. Okay, now come to another important point. Next important point is that freshwater animal cannot survive for long in seawater. Like that, seawater animal will not be able to survive for long in freshwater. This is because of osmotic problem that they will face. Habadi seawater animal na freshwater survive to ngamoy karigino harakanda nasagi osmotic problem thokaneba. Sina maramodana ngai seawater fish da freshwater ising sanjalakani aduna kadoni cell to swell torni cell to brush up torni and the animal will die. Like that, freshwater fish to akuna seawater thamba taragadi kadawani harakanda ngai salinity seawater hengi maramna fish tagi kadawakana ising to thokine by process of osmosis. Aduna kadore the cell will shrink and definitely the fish will die. That means seawater fish cannot survive in freshwater. Like that, freshwater fish will not be able to survive in seawater because of the osmotic problem that they will face. So this is about water. Next come to light. And for light, this light intensity, light duration, light quality, these different factors of light can control different activities of life processes. And in plants also we know that this light is very much important for photosynthesis. Like that, for animals, most of the animals are usually active during daytime, but some animals are also active during nighttime. So these are the effects of light on different organisms. Next come to soil. We know that soil, it is the upper humus containing part of the earth's surface which sustain the terrestrial organisms just like plant. Okay. Next, the character of soil, like soil composition, grain size, aggregation, will determine the percolation and the water holding capacity of the soil. This is one of the most important characteristics of the soil. Now, soil gi magi composition, moni yoripoto magi size, the magi aggregation se. Sina kadogi he kanda kari determine to kanda soil gi percolation. That means ma filtrate to ngambagi sangdo plus magi water holding capacity do determine to never. And these two characters, that is percolation, water capacity, okay, along with pH of the soil, mineral composition, topography, that is the physical feature of an area, will determine the vegetation of any area. That is jaga amasibina lehau seli lehau stendi habdo karine determine to gani hakanda jaga dro fangiba soil do magi quality na, that is magi percolation hadima filter tongbi sangdo magi water holding capacity magi pH magi mineral composition aduga lairiba geographical area do aduna jaga dugi vegetation to makadoba lehau seli sendi habdo fertile oil habdo adu determine to gani. Okay, so these are all about abiotic factor, that is temperature, water, light and soil, and hope you can understand all the point. And thank you very much for your attention.